Extremely low intelligence. You live in a world that moves too fast. Instructions sound like riddles, numbers like an alien language, and even simple choices feel overwhelming. With an IQ below 70, this level of intelligence makes abstract thought nearly impossible. You cannot plan for tomorrow or understand cause and effect beyond the immediate. Tasks that require reading, writing, or math are exhausting, and social cues often confuse you. You rely on repetition and guidance from others, clinging to structure to survive. You feel frustration bubbling constantly, not because you don't try, but because the world refuses to pause for you. You may struggle to hold a job independently, to manage money, or to navigate complex social situations. Yet instinct pulses in you. You feel joy, hunger, fear, and warmth fully. Life is immediate, raw, and often cruel, but there is clarity and simplicity. Borderline intelligence. You try to follow conversations, but concepts slip like water through your fingers. With an IQ around 70 to 84, this level of intelligence allows basic comprehension but falters with abstract ideas. You can manage simple routines, but planning beyond a day feels impossible. When learning, instructions must be repeated, examples repeated, and patience from others endless. You may feel embarrassment at not understanding jokes, sarcasm, or complex social dynamics. Jobs requiring multi-step tasks are difficult, promotions unlikely, and mistakes often misunderstood as laziness. Yet your emotions are vivid. You understand fear, excitement, love deeply, though not logically. You live cautiously, aware of limits, often frustrated at a world that assumes you understand more than you can. Low average intelligence. With an IQ roughly between 85 and 99, you can handle daily life, but challenges still arise. This level of intelligence lets you navigate practical tasks, follow rules, and perform routine work. Abstract reasoning strains your mind. Learning new systems takes extra time and repetition. You may feel anxiety in academic or high-pressure settings, noticing peers grasp concepts faster than you. Problem solving is possible, but complex decisions feel overwhelming and multitasking is precarious. You can hold jobs, live independently, and contribute to society, but you often feel limitations silently pressing. Socially, you may struggle to grasp subtleties in conversation, humor, or politics. You notice that effort alone is not always enough, and the world rewards mental agility you sometimes lack. Average intelligence. You move through life confidently, understanding most ideas that come your way. With an IQ in the 100 to 114 range, this level of intelligence is functional, capable, reliable. You can reason, plan, and learn effectively, though complex abstractions may still require effort. You handle work, relationships, and finances with competence, yet extraordinary creativity or insight may feel elusive. You notice patterns, solve problems, and adapt, but higher-order strategy or deep innovation feels slightly out of reach. Socially, you navigate conversation with ease, though subtle manipulation or hidden motives may occasionally escape you. Frustration exists in noticing gaps where others seem effortless, but life is largely manageable, and confidence grows with experience. High average intelligence. You sense connections others miss, spotting patterns and predicting outcomes. With an IQ around 115 to 129, this level of intelligence allows both practical and abstract reasoning with relative ease. Learning is faster, insight comes with less repetition, and problem-solving feels more intuitive. You notice inefficiencies in systems, inconsistencies in arguments, and hidden opportunities in projects or relationships. Socially, you perceive subtleties in communication, though emotional regulation still requires practice. Challenges arise when life demands creativity beyond experience, or when you confront problems outside familiar domains. You feel the exhilaration of understanding quickly, and the frustration when others fail to see what seems obvious. Superior intelligence. You think several steps ahead, understanding consequences before they unfold. With an IQ of 130 to 144, this level of intelligence feels rare and exhilarating. Abstract ideas are accessible, complex reasoning is enjoyable, and learning new concepts is rapid. You notice patterns that elude most, anticipate outcomes, and often feel impatient with slower thinkers. Yet this intelligence can be isolating. Conversations may feel repetitive, ordinary tasks mundane. Problems arise when emotions or social dynamics clash with rational insight. Predicting human behavior is never perfect. You feel a mix of awe and tension, aware that your mental reach exceeds the environment around you. Profound intelligence. You see the invisible structures of the world, mentally simulating systems, strategies, and abstractions effortlessly. With an IQ above 145, This level of intelligence is extraordinary, almost mythic. You grasp complexity intuitively, solve problems others cannot imagine, and innovate across domains. Life challenges are less about understanding and more about communication. Few can follow your mental leaps. Social isolation can press heavily. Empathy sometimes lags behind reasoning. You feel both exhilaration and burden, knowing so much and seeing what most do not. Mistakes by others or inefficiency feel painfully obvious. Yet the world still constrains even the most profound minds. Your potential is boundless, yet the gap between intellect and environment can be deeply lonely. Genius-level intelligence. You solve problems others can't even see. With an IQ roughly between 155 to 170, your mind is a tool of almost unnatural precision. You notice subtle patterns in mathematics, language, or systems that escape ordinary perception. Learning is effortless. Mastery of complex skills feels like muscle memory and thought. You invent solutions where others struggle with the basics, yet even genius carries weight. You may feel trapped by the limits of society. School, bureaucracy, and daily routines move at a crawl. Social interactions can feel shallow, and friendships rare, because few can follow your logic. You constantly balance awe at what your mind can achieve with frustration at what the world allows. Emotions may feel distant from logic, and ethical dilemmas loom larger because the consequences of choices are clearer. Even simple tasks, like filing paperwork or waiting in line, can feel painfully tedious. Exceptional intelligence. You see patterns others could never imagine. With an IQ between 170 to 190, your cognition operates on multiple layers simultaneously. You can simulate scenarios mentally, predicting outcomes across decades or systems. Ideas that take others years to comprehend unfold in seconds within your mind. The world seems simultaneously predictable and painfully slow. Every failure, inefficiency, or oversight feels amplified. The cost of mediocrity stings. Relationships become exercises in translation. Explaining your ideas is like teaching a language no one speaks. You feel the loneliness of rarity. Few minds operate at this level, and understanding is scarce. Yet there is exhilaration. You glimpse truths hidden to the majority, invent, and create at scales unimaginable to ordinary experience. You understand consequences before they happen, foresee patterns before they manifest, and solve problems that paralyze others. Extreme or rare intelligence. You think at a scale beyond comprehension. With an IQ above 200, your mind feels like an infinite library, processing vast networks of knowledge in real time. You perceive reality in ways others cannot even conceptualize. Problems invisible to nearly everyone appear obvious to you. Learning is instantaneous. Mastery is instinctive. Yet even with this gift, life is not simple. Social isolation is extreme. Connection feels nearly impossible because no one shares your perspective. You may struggle to relate emotionally, to navigate the mundane constraints of ordinary life. Expectations of you are enormous, sometimes from yourself, sometimes from others who sense your potential. Ethical dilemmas carry immense weight because the impact of your choices is magnified by your foresight. Even leisure can feel unsatisfying. The mind cannot switch off. Yet, paradoxically, there is beauty. Ideas, patterns, and insights unfold in clarity, and creation becomes almost effortless. The haunting reality of extreme minds. You see both gift and burden intertwined. Extreme intelligence is not freedom. It is responsibility, isolation, and acute awareness. The higher the level of intelligence, the sharper the contrast between the mind and the environment. Society moves slowly, bounded by mediocrity, while your thoughts stretch infinitely. You notice mistakes, injustices, inefficiencies, and possibilities that others cannot see. You feel a strange tension, exhilaration of insight, loneliness of comprehension, and frustration at the limits of human interaction. Even genius can be trapped by society, by expectations, and by the sheer weight of what it perceives. Yet intelligence, even extreme, carries hope. It allows you to invent, create, solve, and illuminate the path for others. You feel the haunting truth. The mind can be limitless, yet the world will always remain imperfect. And the rarest, most profound minds live in both wonder and solitude, forever navigating the delicate line between potential and reality.